Live. So, I had a bunch of people watching my live stream, and I appreciate it. And I really appreciate all those that are liking and following me here on Move to Japan. I'm on Dowdo. I actually have 2 other channels. Undowdo is one of my channels, but I don't want those channels monetized. They're all ad-free. This channel I want to monetize, and the goal of the channel is to find like-minded individuals like myself who, who are looking for a better place to live. And I'm not sure America is it. When you have to put up bulletproof glass on election, right? When you have to ramp up security around the Capitol, when you got threats of domestic terrorism, when you have politicians being attacked, FBI offices being attacked, when you have all of this going on, then this is a sign that your society is degrading into something some sub-base society, right? Let's get my and see if we get some American viewers on. It's early morning here in Japan. Tommy forgot his uniform. How come you forgot your uniform? Should we talk about that?
I had PE yesterday.
You had PE yesterday?
Yeah.
And so your uniform is staying in your PE locker?
No, in my classroom.
In your classroom? Yeah, so he's got to rush to his classroom. And then you're going to change what, in the bathroom? Or in the, oh
the
my
classroom.
gosh. What happened? You got
Tissue.
I don't have
Why do I have tissue in your car?
I don't know. I have tissue in my car. He's got a big old snot ball. I got tissue probably somewhere. Here's tissue. Look, that one's new. On there. How you doing? So, yeah, violence on the election. What do you think? Here's what's going on, just so you know. And it's in the, if you listen to the Madison Square Nazi rally that Trump just did, in homage to his hero, Hitler. Hitler is Trump's hero. He has said it repeatedly. He is one of the few books that Trump has actually read, right? Is Mein Kampf. So you heard Tucker Carlson talking about how, what's up, Killer KK? How the Democrats are going to get 80 million votes, which is more than they got last time, right? Oh, that's not possible. It has to be a lie, right? So there's no way this woman who is like mixed race can get this many votes. Bullshit, right? So they're preparing MAGA, right, for loss. Now understand, listen, Trump is going to lose. It's like, even though the polls say it's close, hear me out. There's no way in hell Trump can win. Think about it. He doesn't have the women's vote. The women are so fired up, right? They brought on, the last, all the suffrage movement and everything else. What's up? Yeah, Gordon Ramsay here with an American accent. And number 2, they have the black vote. Yeah, there are some black men who are, like 20%, but that's just 20% of black men vote, right?
Oh, so.
Right? So she's got the women vote, she has the black vote, and now, because of the racial comments at his Nazi rally, they've got the Hispanic vote. So he can't win. But see, they want to paint the picture like it's close, and they got a bunch of bogus polls that have him winning, going into, solid polls that have him losing by 2 to 3 points in order to get an even. And they're playing this whole thing like, if the Democrats win, then, you know, it's been stolen. And what's happening now is you have, you know, election offices, you know, having bulletproof glass. They're being placed in massive warehouses with wire fencing. I mean, our election in the United States has become something like a banana republic. It's completely a meltdown of society. And it's not from the Democrats. It isn't the Democrats that are going to storm. It isn't the Democrats that are going to shoot bullets at the fucking election office. No. It's the MAGA extremists, the Taliban MAGA extremists that are going to be doing this craziness. And it's just completely insane that if you're supporting Trump, you're supporting violence. If you're supporting Trump, you're supporting the, you know, the end of democracy as we know it, as what we were built on. So it's just completely insane. So that's why I moved to Japan. Moved to Japan. Election is like this boring thing. It happens, right? Yeah, there's corruption in Japanese politics. There's corruption everywhere, right? But there isn't any of this, you know, there's not this underlining violence. There is no hatred among Japanese people, right? There isn't one side and the other side and they're going to fight. And that hatred was brought about by divisive rhetoric, not from the Democrats, right? Have a come to Jesus here, my little MAGA supporters, but actually from the Republicans. Enemy within, you know, them versus us. All of this rhetoric coming out of your fat lord in chief, right? Your fat lord in chief, your shit, you know, your shit clown in chief, your diaper wearing, you know, geriatric, right? All this comes from him. And they've become talking parts now on, you know, on Fox and everything else. You're living in this bubble. I have a friend of mine, a millionaire friend of mine who supports Trump, you know, and he's always sending me this stuff. And I'm saying, listen, Mike, there's no way in hell Trump can win. Just statistically, it's impossible, right? So, it's just watch it. I mean, why do you want to live in a society where you can't freaking vote without the fear of, you know, of someone, you know, shooting at you, running you over if you're peacefully? The people in Charleston, they were peacefully protesting. They were walking down the street. There was no Antifa in them. And then some moron, MAGA moron, some white supremacists, right, decides to drive a car into a peaceful crowd.
Thanks.
All right, have a good day. Bye. So, dropping my son off. He forgot his uniform today. So now I'm going to go to my IKEA house. All right, let's see what this is. Japan is right-wing conservative country. That's why it's safe. No, it's not. Japan is not. All right, so how is a country, Japan is a socialist country. They give insurance to everybody. That's socialism, right? They have a very strong pension fund. That's socialism, right? They have free education, right? That's socialism. Japan is by far not a white-wing country. Is that a one? They're saying this is a one-way street. I don't think it's a one-way street. Right? This is a one-way street all this time. I guess they're laughing. I wonder if this is a one-way street. I've been going up and down this street all the time. You know. No, I gotta fucking turn here. It doesn't say one-way street anywhere. The guy was just saying this is a one-way street. I've never even thought of this. Yeah, and I got a stop sign here. I don't know. Weird. I've been driving down a one-way street for about a year, dropping my son off. And one of the owners like, it's a one-way street, but I don't see any one-way street signs. So anyway, I want to go right. I'm going to my house. I'm going to help my neighbor chop some wood. So Japan is a very, 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 very socialist socialist country in many respects, right? People don't understand. I mean, you know, they don't understand what socialism is. You know, when you get a $1,500 check because of COVID, that's socialism. When you bail out corporations, right? When you bail out corporations, that's socialism. When you bail out banks, that's socialism. So America, you know, all the things, when you have Social Security, that's socialism. So social policies that helps the populace is socialism. And the thing is about Trump people is they don't understand what Marxism is. They don't understand, you know, they'll use the term like Trump is beautiful. I always laugh at Trump because he'll call people Marxists and fascists. They're like completely opposite. So, you know, it's insane what's going on. So this channel is a new channel of mine. I have two other channels. I have Found Ups and I have Undao-do. You're right, Undao-do. I'm Undao-do. I'm an atheist monk. I live here in the heartland of Zen, where Zen Buddhism was founded. I've written some books and stuff. But I've started this new channel because I want to help people. If Trump should happen to win because of the violence, because of the lies, you know, he's got some secrets. Yeah, he can't lie. Trump, you know, the nice thing about Trump is he can't fucking lie. He will tell you, I have a plan with the House Speaker to steal the election. We have a secret plan. We'll tell you about it afterwards, right? You know, when you have basically getting people into the electoral system in order to pass new laws, which are completely retarded. Hey, we're going to hand count everything. Like human error. And you even have like Elon Musk, who is an automation specialist. So now. My so my sound should be back now. My what's it called in Japan we have Lime, which is our audio. So I'll show you my house here. This house I bought for $3,000 in Japan. That's it. $3,000. I'm going to show you how. Now I need some work, right? But you couldn't buy any house like this nowhere in America for $3,000. Look, I've got forest, I've got nature reserve around the house. Here's the house right here. All right, we're at the house. Oh, so look at the stonework. The stonework alone in this house. I was working on this, building this little fence here. So I'm building a little bamboo fence, right? And I'm just kind of modeling it out. And this is the house right here. So this is going to be, area here is going to be for a big oven for making pizza, right? Big old oven's going to be here, outdoor oven. Male, female bathrooms there. The roof was leaking, so I just put concrete on it. Look, just concreted the roof. That's fucking fixed it. Just fixed it. You know, like the stonework this guy did is pretty amazing. It's a cool little cottage. So that's going to be the that's going to be the kitchen in there, and that's going to be where you buy. You come up here, you buy in there. There's a big parking lot space in the back there, right behind the house, right between there. You can see that. So people can either park along the street here, right, or they go back there. And then in here, $3,000. This cost me $3,000, right? Right? Can't buy a house in Japan. Show me one house, right? Yeah, whatever, Rafi. More bullshit coming out. Yeah, old houses have value, but there's literally millions, tens of millions of houses. This is going to be the dining area in here. Look at huge wooden construction, the beams, right? We just had a 7-point earthquake. Didn't do shit to the house. This is going to be the kitchen. I'm taking this external wall, right? And then I'm taking it off and I'm using it as insulation. This is the external wall, right? So this internal wall is going to be insulation within here, right? And then I'm going to stucco. I'm going to stucco all in here. So it's just a hobby. What's up, crypto? BTC. My little BTC is funding it a little bit. So yeah, everything I do is funded by BTC because that's all I have. But yeah, everything I do. I got into Bitcoin early. I quit working about 8 years ago and just started living on my Bitcoin. So, but yeah, I don't want to, what I want to do is find like-minded people, crypto, that would want to come visit Japan, look for a house, invest in a house, either as a rental, as an investment, as a way to move, okay? And maybe create a network. Imagine we had a network of these houses all around Japan, okay? And as a community has moved to Japan, you could join the community simply by joining our Patreon. So we have different tiers. Right now, we're only providing tier 1, which is $4.95. It's a cup of coffee. Buy me a cup of coffee a month, right? And I'll be posting videos there first of the houses and stuff. A lot of the content that I do will be unlisted on YouTube, but only available on Patreon. So I'm just getting going on all this. I'm going to go over to my neighbor's house, right? And there's an area over there. There's a kitchen area over there. All this. So you can't live in America. You can't buy a house, but you can buy a house in Japan, right? You get a house in Japan. It needs a little work. Depends on how much you want to spend. You can spend for $30,000, buy a house ready to move in, look probably really nice. That was beachfront property. right? What's a pyramid? You don't even know what a pyramid scheme is, Rafi. A pyramid scheme is where the person at the top, you know, makes money, and then people below makes money below them. I'm the only one who makes money, right? You're paying for my content before everyone else. How's that a pyramid scheme? Dude, you are kind of dumb, aren't you, Rafi? You're not a very smart guy, are you? Where you live, Rafi? Tell me about yourself. You're kind of slow. You don't know what a pyramid scheme is. Amway's a pyramid scheme, right? I'm trying to find like-minded people. You can just go fuck off, Rafi. You don't have to be here, right? You MAGA troll. You can go somewhere else. You know? I'm an American using Google Translator. Oh, Armenian. Armenian. Now, this isn't for you. My channel is really for folks who want to get out of MAGA, you know, America, get away from Trump, should he win, move to peaceful Japan. You know, they don't have an armed force, but I think that's changing. So I gotta, hold on. I'm gonna be a moment. I gotta like text my mate. He's sent me a text. So I've got a Trump 202. What's 202? Yeah, Trump 202 is pretty crazy. What's up, Tony? What's up, Joseph? Liberal tears. Dude, I don't have any tears, right? I see a bunch of crybaby MAGA supporters who have to resort to violence, right? Who have to degrade the American political system, you know, who spews hate and rhetoric. I'm an American. I'm an immigrant in America. If you're an American, if you're not American Indian, guess what? You are an immigrant in America, right? My family immigrated in 1786 or thereabouts. You can look them up. My last name is Trout, like the fish. It's called the Brethren Trout. We brought your Christian fundamentalism, adult baptism was brought by my ancestors. Your Christian nationalism is a perversion of what my ancestors brought America, right? So you can think of me as I'm actually the founder of the Christian fundamentalist movement that you fucking believe in. My ancestors founded that movement. We came over from Germany because we were persecuted. You could Google Brethren Trout, like the fish, Brethren Trout. And they brought the first adult baptism over to America. So your fundamentalist bullshit religion came from my family who moved into the United States because they're being persecuted by the Catholics, right? So your Christian nationalism is just dumb shit, right? Go back to Germany. Dude, I'm in Japan. This is Move to Japan, right? Japan is such an amazing country to move to, right? You are creating America into the next Third Reich, right? You have to understand, Trump right now is Hitler 1932. You're about to elect Hitler. Now understand, to the Germans, Hitler was a joke. The same shit they're saying about Trump, they said about Hitler back in 1932. Oh, he's an artist. He's not going to do any of this. He's not going to, attack. He's not going to, hurt people, right? I am, Tom. It's called this channel, Tom, is called Move to Japan, right? Move to Japan. Because if your Nazi leader wins, there's going to be an exodus of people, and you can buy a house here for as little as $3,000, buy some land, right? I'll help you get your visa. I'll help you relocate here, because I'd love for Japan to have actually intellectual, smart individuals and not a bunch of dope heads, right? Who follow a fucking diaper wearing shit pants, right? Called Donald Trump, who lies and lies and grifts and grifts and lies and grifts and lies and grifts, right? How am I brainwashed? Trump is selling $100 watches. He's selling $100 watches, $100,000 watches, right? Is that a lie? No, $100,000 watch. He's selling those watches, right? You know, who's burning up fucking early voting booths, right? It's you guys. Who stormed and tried to do an insurrection January 6th? It's you guys. Who is now crying? Now understand, Trump cannot win this election. Trump cannot win. Trump has lost, and it's really simple. Number one, Trump doesn't have the women's vote. There are more women in America than there's men. 90% of women are voting for Harris, right? Boom, gone. Number two, he doesn't have the African-American vote, right? He only has 20% of the male African-American vote, right? He can't win. And number three, he just fucking alienated the Puerto Ricans and the Hispanic community. And the thing is with Trump, see, Trump can never apologize. All he would have to have done was after, it's like, I don't know this guy. I apologize. You know, my campaign made a mistake, right? He can't do that. He is a sociopath. He is incapable of saying, I made a fucking mistake. My campaign made a fucking mistake. Trump always doubles down. So now, a bunch of voters that normally wasn't going to come out, weren't going to vote. The Puerto Rican, there was a bunch of Hispanics who were like, oh, fuck this. I don't want to get involved in this white man and this, you know, and this black woman stuff. We're going to stay out of this. Now they're fired up. Now you got all these, you know, Puerto Ricans. There's 600,000 Hispanics in Pennsylvania, right? He's just put a lit of fucking fire under them. And they're going to come out. Trump can't win, people. He can't win. The numbers don't add up, right? The numbers just don't add up. But the thing is, you've got people like Tucker Carlson, right? Saying, oh, she's going to get 80 million. How could a woman get 80 million votes, right? They're already trying to brainwash you to think that when you guys lose the election, that it was stolen. Why? Because you guys are so fucking stupid that you're going to take arms and get your guns out and go and rush and do bullshit because you're so easily manipulated. You got to wake up. Stop being so manipulated by a manipulator. That's what Trump does. He manipulates. And you guys are getting so worked up over something that is so obvious. Trump should not, listen, you've got kids. I've got kids. You've got kids. Would you want Trump to be a role model for your kids? Seriously. The guy says just sexually assaults a woman when he feels like it. That's what you want as a role model for your kids? A guy who basically sleeps with porn stars and cheats on, he cheated on both his pregnant wives. Both his pregnant wives. Is that kind of role model you Christian nationalists want for your kids? Right? And see, all you can do is like spam. You're just trolling and spamming. Look, cucks for Harris, right? This is, look at how retarded your comments are. Look how retarded. Jesus, all right, Jesus is king. Jesus is king. How is Trump even close to being like Jesus? Trump is Old Testament. Here, take my daughter and sleep with her, right? I can't remember which one it was, when a bunch of protesters show up at the guy's door, right? It's they want to kill the guest. And the guy who owns the house said, no. Take his girlfriend and take my daughter and have your way. Just do nasty things with them. That's good. That's Old Testament. Jesus is love, right? Trump is not love. Trump is hate. Listen to his speech. So you can't equate Jesus to Trump. Trump is the antithesis to Jesus, guys, right? Hate, violence, do not turn the other cheek. punch him in the face, right? Someone, I want to arrest, I want to put people who disagree with me in jail, right? It isn't. Trump is, he's a disease. You have to understand, Trump is a disease. And the sooner you awaken to the realization that he can't win, like I said before, he doesn't have the female vote, he doesn't have the black vote, he doesn't have the Latino vote, right? He doesn't have them. He may have some components of it, like, oh, Trump's up 20% on the black vote. Oh, the black men are loving him. Yeah, 20 fucking percent. That's it, right? On that. So, yeah, he is a clown. Complete clown. January's. So why, so anyway, so my whole channel here is I'm hoping to, like, at least some of you will maybe listen to this to realize that Trump is a pathogen, right? Trump needs to go away. And I'm hoping that the Harris victory is so big, that you can't even contest it. I'm hoping, right? We'll see. But you've got twice the number of people in Georgia have turned out to vote in the history of fucking voting in Georgia. 3 million people, right? Nearly twice. Like 2/3 of Georgia or something like historically have come out to vote, or something crazy. Georgia. That ain't for Trump, people. That ain't for Trump, right? That is everyone coming out in support of fucking Harris. And the same thing is happening all over the country. I think that, the few radicals, right, like yourself, right, or who live in complete delusion, right, that Trump, is some sort of savior. Look at this here. Look at, for example, how, all right, so one of the things, let's burrow down, right? All right, let's burrow down. All right. So I'm going to start muting people, right? I want to have a conversation here. So if you're just going to spam, right? So focus. So Japan is a great country to move to, right? Thanks a lot, Crypto. Focus. Why am I have this channel? I have this channel because I want to promote Japan as a place for folks to move to. Cheap housing, for one. Number two, no political strife. Number three, there's 3 million women who are looking for mates here. And if you're into cryptos and stuff like that, very, very, positive crypto rules if you're into cryptos, right? And the most importantly, there's no Trump here. There's no MAGA here on that. Why did I leave the United States? I actually left 2 reasons. Number one, in 2000, I had this dream that I was married to a Japanese, and I had 2 kids, right? I had a very vivid dream. And then I was living in Manhattan in 2004. I was living in Manhattan, and I had to, I was living on credit card. I'd been living on credit cards for like 2 years. I had to get a job. I was like broke, didn't have any money. And I was about to take a job on Wall Street doing commodities. And I remember that dream, and I realized that I was about to go back into the American dream, right? The American bullshit dream. I was, back when I lived in Boston, I sold insurance. And I said, you know what? If I don't leave now, and plus we had Bush Jr., right? We had Bush Jr. fucking in power. And I was like, that guy's a retard. There's never going to be anyone more degenerate than Bush Jr., right? And so I left, and I took a job as an English teacher, and I moved here to Fukui, Japan, around 20 years ago, 2004. And I taught as a teacher. Teaching English is an easy job for foreigners, right, in Japan. And ultimately, and then I got into Bitcoin early. I worked with a little bit about me. I worked with the founders of Bitcoin Magazine back in 2011. You could say the vision, the architecture behind Ethereum comes from my work. There's lots of videos. I have 2 other channels. So you can go to Undowdo, go to my Undowdo channel. My videos go all the way back to 2006. I'm an old school YouTuber. And my other channel is Found Ups. And, you know, I have lots of videos there. Something else that I've done is all the major videos on hornets, giant murder hornets. You've heard of the murder hornets. They're like this big, right? In the last 8 years, all the major documentaries are the documentaries that I worked on. So I have a new documentary coming out on Disney Plus called Bees Life. It's a series. It's all about the bees around the world, right? They go follow the bees. The one in Japan is the one that I did. Now, I'm not in it. I'm behind the scenes, making all the action happen, right? Creating all the stuff. So ultimately, you know, I have an amazing life in Japan. I have a wife. I have 2 kids. Working on this house. I'm going to go across the street and help my neighbor cut some trees. So, but Trump, the issue here has to be like, we have this election. We have you guys thinking you're going to win when you're not, because the numbers aren't there. I'm sorry to say, the numbers just aren't there for you. And no matter what rhetoric is being spun on Fox News, on your channels and everything else, Tucker Carlson, you just don't have the numbers. And I'm trying to let you guys down softly here, right? And knowing that Trump can't win. So when he doesn't win, you're like, yeah, he didn't have the women's vote. He didn't have the black vote. He didn't have the Hispanic vote. How the fuck can he win? I mean, it's that simple. How can he win? Right? He can't. He can't win. So, but they're going to spin it that the election was stolen and you should basically take arms to the street. That's what they're going to spin it as. That's what Trump wants. Okay? I'm not worried at all. You know? I'm not worried. I'm worried for the violence. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Harris winning. She's going to win. What I'm worried about is what comes after that, right? You guys are going to freak out. You guys are going to say it was stolen. You guys are going to be, you know, just like you did in January 6th, you're going to go do that same tantrum over and over. You're going to tantrum it out over and over instead of just saying, okay, I lost. You know, the Georgia election official, right? The Georgia election official, go listen to the Georgia election official yesterday talking about the turnout, right? Listen to Raffensperger talking about the turnout. And he even talks about, you know, his son he's talking to you guys. He knows you've lost Georgia already. He's trying to prepare you guys for letting you guys down easy and say, listen, my sons had a mini baseball game yesterday and we were up, and then at the very end we lost. You know what they all did? They shook hands, said, good game, right? And unfortunately, you guys, because of your leaders, because you're following a guy who's incapable of saying, I lost. He's actually been saying it, right? He's saying it now. Well, I lost by a little bit. Then if you lost by a little bit, then what the fuck was J6 about? What the fuck was all of this about, right? And they go, no, I didn't lose. He'll say, I lost. He's kind of like, he's finally at that, he's at that edge where sometimes he drops off and sometimes he doesn't, right? Exactly. Same old play. So they're trying to do the same old play. That's a good, on it. So ultimately, and you guys have to like wake up. Again, I'm going to say it again. You don't have the women's vote. You don't have the black vote. You don't have the Hispanic vote. There's no fucking way Trump can win, no matter how they spin it. So you have to keep saying that to yourself. We don't have the women's vote. We don't have the black vote. We don't have the Hispanic vote, right? And thanks for, the Nazi rally that happened, the Nazi rally that just happened, okay? On it, you lost the Spanish vote there. You lost the Spanish vote. You're woke. We're awake. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean there? You're woke. I'm awake. I don't think you're awake. I think you're living in delusion there. So yeah, this content, appreciate the likes and everything else. Listen, I'm just the messenger. Don't hate me. Listen, this is the house. If you haven't seen it, these are the kind of houses that you can get in Japan. You know, I got beehives there. So listen how quiet it is. Look how quiet it is. You know, I got all this native forest here. If someone wants to buy this house, I will sell it to you for 20K. I'll make a nice, nice little profit. But this house is for sale for 20K. I'll keep working on it, right? It's gonna be a pizza hamburger joint. So if you want to buy it, you can't buy anything in America for 20K. But if you want it, if you want me to hunt for your house for you for business, right, or for an investment, I'll do that for you. But the first step is you go to move to Japan.info. Move2Japan.info takes you to my Patreon. So the first step is if you're interested in my content, everything else, and you want to support my work, right? Support this vision, support my rhetoric against Trump, or just keep your options open. You can do that. But let's drive over. I'm going to show you a fucking sweet ass house, right? My neighbor. Okay. So we're going to go to now. This guy here has been in Japan as long as me. He owns his own, his name's Mark. He's actually Canadian German. He's just my neighbor across the street. So, and all this wood here is all nature reserve. So on that house, check out his house. Chainsawing. So this is Mark's house right here. Let me flip this. Hold on, all right, this is Mark's house. He has a beautiful house. He owns all this land. He bought all this land. It's called the House of Otium. He's got his thing open. All right, this is his house. All this property is his, big old house. Now, Mark has an English school and he also has a wine business on that. I'm gonna park right here. Actually, I don't see his car. Or if he's home. Is he home? What if he's home? So I'm gonna help him cut some wood. I brought my chainsaw right here. Big old Husqvarna. I'm gonna put on my my outfit. I don't see, maybe he's not here. Is he here? This is me, by the way. Look, this is me. Foundation of Bitcoin, programmable blockchain, AI. Undao on there. What's up, guys? What's up, Ghoulie? I'm putting on my overalls. So I got all the MAGA people riled up here. So don't let this guy mislead y'all. I voted for Trump yesterday. F war, inflation, fuck war, fuck inflation, fuck legal immigration, make America. Okay, hey, Lee. So how is Trump going to fix inflation? This question's for Lee. How will he fix inflation? Right? How will Trump fix inflation? Answer me that one. If Trump is elected, bye-bye Ukraine. Bye-bye national sovereignty Ukraine. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ukraine goes bye-bye. You just give Ukraine to Russia, right? Why is Trump have private phone calls with Vladimir Putin. What if he's here? Oh no, I don't think he's here. I don't want to work on his land. I don't see Mark here, so I guess I'm not gonna work on his land. His car's not here, so I don't want to work on his land. He's not here, so I guess I'm not gonna turn around. Let me call him. Hold on, I gotta call Mark. I'll be back. I'll be back. You guys have a nice conversation. Let me call Mark real quick. This guy is bored bothering his neighbor. He's cutting a whole bunch of wood in the back there. So I wanted to help him out. We'll see if he's but look, he's got a wall bar. He's got a sweet pad. Let me see what he says.
9:30.
What time is it now? It's 8:40.
Yeah.
What time is it now? It's 8:40.
Yeah.
So I can cut for, for 30 bits. Yeah.
That'll be nice too.
Yeah, I'll go talk to her.
Thanks.
Okay. I had a vinyl runner. That's his, I hit the way. Dude, this takes a lot of work. You have a property this size, you're constantly working it. So I'm gonna cut over there. Good morning. I'll work for 30 minutes. I'll whack the trees for 30 minutes.
What's that?
I'll whack the trees for 30 minutes before you leave out of here. You leave at 9:30, right?
No, I've got a 10 o'clock in Fukui today.
Okay.
So
when are you leaving?
I've got 13 minutes.
Oh, 13 minutes you got? All right, then tomorrow.
Thanks, bro.
That's all right. I'm trying to work this off, man. I'm using it as my own personal gym too.
Yeah.
On that. I met the missus.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And?
They're nice. Can't beat a Japanese wife. They're amazing. You know? We have to get together.
They get stricter and stricter with it.
Oh my God. Right? This is Mark, by the way. Say hi.
Hello.
He's lived here, how long?
Longer than you.
Longer than me. When did you arrive?
99.
Oh, 99. So yeah, he's what's known as my senpai. Senpai Mark. I'm gonna start calling him Senpai Mark. It's a beautiful design house. You built this from scratch? Yeah?
Wow. What do you mean from scratch?
I mean, you designed it and architected it. And
Yeah, we designed that. But obviously pro kind of did the
Did you buy the land first?
yeah.
This is a nice bit of land, dude.
Yeah. A little bit.
I love what you did with these are the old foundation blocks that he used to stairs. Very ingenious.
Shakudani stone, huh?
Yeah, they also use these as weights in boats, didn't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're the ballast. They use these as ballasts too. They use them for foundation stone and ballast. They're all hand carved. This is all hand.
Yeah. It's amazing.
All hand chiseled, and they're all over Japan. All over Japan.
These are all over Fukui Prefecture.
Yeah.
They're unique to Fukui.
Really, these are unique to Fukui?
Yeah.
I just assumed they're all over Japan.
No, it's actually volcanic ash. Like that became, what's the word?
So they were probably cut like with the coastal area, that rock you see on the coast. They probably farmed that. You think? No.
They come out of Asurayama
Really?
in Fukui, and it stopped now. The production stopped.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're actually becoming antique.
Yeah, they're all over. You see stacks of them all over the place here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were unique here. I learned something today. Wow.
Okay.
All right, get to finish. All right, I'll see you then. I'll come tomorrow. What time?
Tomorrow, like the best time would be Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday, I've got.
All right, let's do it Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, that's Mark. Trump, please, God, I believe God saved Trump. How did God save Trump? Seriously, how did God save Trump? Trump is a liar, adulterer. I mean, come on, people. You gotta be smoking. Saturday. The guy's busy. Yeah. On that. Yeah. But the thing is, that's a cool thing. I don't have to worry about him shooting me. There's no guns in Japan. On there. All right, so I have to go work on the house then. Gotta go work on the house. Use him as an excuse not to work on my house, but we'll have to do that instead. He works on like, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And he was like, "How do I get Bitcoin?" He was asking me yesterday, dude. I've been looking to connect with you because I want to get Bitcoin. Right? Yeah. I have a free life. Don't work. Let me put my four-wheel drive on. My little truck has four-wheel drive. All right. And got to meet his wife. That was cool. I have to get his wife and my wife together, and they can talk about their husbands. All right, back to the house. All right, so we can get working on the IKEA house, right? On that. Back to the IKEA house. See, I got an amazing neighbor. Yeah, who wants to have appointments and work and job? Who wants all that nonsense, dude? You know? I'd much rather just bug your neighbor, right? Bug your neighbor. Have nothing to do. All right. So yeah, okay. I gotta work on the house. Let's work on the house a little bit. On there. Get my boots on, because you don't want to step on something. Yeah, she probably is. I drive a little Suzuki. Not Suzuki. Yeah, a little Suzuki. Is this Suzuki? Yeah. I drive a Suzuki little K truck. This cost me the same cost. This car cost me the same amount as this house. Actually, it cost me more. This truck costs more than the house. It cost me, let's see, it cost me about $7,000. So I paid twice. All right, let's put this down. All right, let's continue working on the house here. The cool thing is, look, you build these little, look, so when people are waiting for their pizza in the oven here, they got these little marble seats. Isn't that kind of cool? I got I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little seats here. They can sit here. They can watch their pizza being made right here. Isn't that kind of cool? I think that's fucking cool on there. I mean, Japan is like such an amazing place. Really is. And you don't have to worry about political violence. I mean, to think in America now, you have to worry about political violence. Do you think how crazy that is? You have to worry about political violence. Not from the Democrats, but from the Republicans. And not really from Republicans, from MAGA. If you support Trump right now, you are a MAGA, right? You're a MAGA. You're not a GOP, you're MAGA. Like a maggot. Maggot, MAGA. Really. And so what happened? I'll explain, Rafi, what happened with Abe. All right. What happened with Abe was this: was there was a Korean cult, just like MAGA, a Korean cult that was selling $50,000 Bibles. Trump will eventually get his Bible to $50,000, right? $50,000, $100,000 Bibles, just like he's selling $100,000 watches that you don't have to get. This Korean cult was selling these Bibles, and the guy's grandmother or parents, I think it was their grandparents, gave their entire inheritance to someone like Trump, right? So imagine as a kid, your entire inheritance was given to Trump, right? That's what happened to the guy who shot Abe. So as a result, he because Abe gave money to that organization, he assumed that Abe was part of that organization. So he shot and killed Abe. That's what Trump is doing. The same thing that happened to Abe. Why do you think it's his supporters? Who, this is like, you think that it's Democrats trying to kill Trump? Are you serious? No. The first guy was a former maggot. The second guy was a former maggot. That's my new word for MAGA. Maggot. I like that. Maggot. Because you guys are, if you support Trump, you are like a maggot. Maggot, right? You basically are eating the flesh off America. That flesh being its democracy. You're eating away. You're putting in radicalized maggot judges that have given Trump this, potentially incredible immunity against prosecution, on that. Immunity, right? So, and you guys, all you can do is say Trump, Trump, Trump. You can't explain anything about his policies, right? You understand how fixated you are on this guy? You don't understand how he's going to end. How is he going to end inflation? How is he going to stop the influx of people over the border? That influx started with Trump. You know that. So how am I clueless, Jason? Explain it. How is he going to fix inflation, Jason? Please educate me, Jason. How am I clueless? Right? How am I ignorant? Hello? See, all you can do is you cannot have a rational argument. So he told you? So tell me, he hasn't told us anything. He hasn't told us. He has no clue, right? He has no clue. He has concepts of a plan. Remember, for his health insurance, he has concepts of a plan. After 8 years, he still has concepts. I have concepts of a plan. Trump has no idea how he's going to fix any of that, right? They're what? They're selected, not elected. How many Elon Musk will implement government efficiency program? Yeah, his Doge program. Listen, understand. What Elon is doing is what you guys blame Soros, right? What Elon is doing is actually in your face what you guys think Soros is doing. He is buying an American president with his billions of dollars, right? That's what Elon Musk is doing. Why? So if you use your brain, why would Elon Musk want to buy an American president? Why? Because he wants to get rid of all of the regulations and everything else being imposed on him. He's under many investigations. He has a $1.2 billion freaking budget with the clandestine organization. He wants to launch literally thousands of lower level satellites that will it will replace all of the Wi-Fi. He'll become the monopoly for all Wi-Fi in America around the world by these lower orbit satellites, right? He has to get approval for that. So by basically backing a president, getting his own president in power, then ultimately he can get these things that he wants. It's completely contractual on that. No, I'm not scared to have an actual conversation. Let's have an actual conversation, right? Right. So again, you're name calling. You're name calling. Trump has no policy, right? Understand, Trump can't win. All right, let me explain this to you, how Trump can't win. Trump can't win because, number one, he doesn't have the women's vote. He lost that by overturning Roe versus Wade. And he lit a fire in women. And I don't know, probably you don't know any women, but if you know any, I mean, they're the most, politically active group on the planet. It's women that drive everything. It's women that drove the vote sign up in Georgia, right? All the new voters. It was, what's her name? Stacey Abrams that did that. Women are highly motivated. He's got women against him. Number two, he has the black vote against him. Yeah, 20% of males are voting. Black males are voting slightly higher. Doesn't matter, right? He has, Harris has the black vote. He has the black vote against him. She has the black vote. And finally, what killed his potential being reelected is the Hispanic vote, which he alienated in his Nazi rally in New York. He wanted to have another 1939 Nazi-esque rally full of hate, full of rhetoric. Just listen to the rally. Listen to the hatred. Listen to the divisiveness rhetoric that spews out of the maggot's mouth, right? The maggot. Maggots basically spew out a digestive juice that causes the meat to digest, right? That's how maggots. The same maggots in the Republican Party, the Make America Great, you guys maggots, right? Are maggots. The shit you spew out of your mouth is just Trump 2024, Trump, fuck war, fuck this, fuck that, You have no fucking common sense around you in regards to the reality of the manipulation. And it is the people who awaken from the manipulation are the ones that are actually trying to, end Trump. The second guy, for example, you know why the second guy tried to A Trump, right? You know why he tried to A Trump? He did it because he realizes that Trump is an existential threat to Ukraine. If Trump gets in power, Trump gives Putin Ukraine. So all of those lives lost, all that land is going to become now a satellite. It's like all of a sudden giving Poland to Nazi Germany. That's what he's going to do. Ukraine is Poland, right? Trump is going to give Ukraine to Russia, and in doing so, end a democratic nation. So this guy wanted to eliminate an existential threat on Ukraine. His background is all Ukraine. He went over there. He tried to get the Taliban to come over and fight for Ukraine and everything else. And that's it. He wasn't a Democrat. He didn't even vote for, he voted for what was her name? The woman, right? Not even connected to it on that. So look, name calling, look. Hello, it's calling Pedo Bay. See, that was the other thing, you guys, remember the whole Pizzagate thing? You thought they were drinking kids' bloods. That's a Jewish trope. So Trump and his fascist cohorts are just manipulating you guys. You're being manipulated, right? You exist in a friggin' your own bubble, hearing yourself say the same stuff over and over and over. All you can write is Trump 2024, Trump 2020. Trump can't win. What's your argument that can Trump win? Right? He can't win. He doesn't have the female vote. He doesn't have the black vote. He doesn't have the Hispanic vote. How does Trump win? He can't win. Right? It's impossible. It's impossible. Right? Link, Trump can't win. Right? The only chance Trump has, this is the only chance Trump has, is to basically, right, If the election is close enough, he's going to say it was stolen again. He's going to get you guys fired up. He's got some sort of plan with the Speaker of the House. He's even admitted it in his last, oh, we got this secret. We got this secret. You and I have this secret. And he's going to try to drive the election to the Supreme Court and do a fucking Al Gore. They're going to try to do an Al Gore. Al Gore lost the election. He lost Florida, all right? Al Gore won Florida. Bush lost the election. And that's their only hope, is they're going to try to drive it and have you guys get all upset, you know, and do your J6 stuff all over again. But in reality, you know, he doesn't have the votes. Never will have the votes, right? So it's a shame that you guys are so hung up on Trump. You guys don't see that you are so up, right? You know, a pedophile. Trump's a pedophile. You know that, right? He's a pedophile. Trump is a pedophile, right? He raped a girl who was 13 years old. You can look it up. Look it up. Trump, 13-year-old Epstein. Google that, right? You're supporting a pedophile who raped a girl the same age as his daughter, right? That's disgusting. That's who you support. You support a guy who ultimately was in bed with the mob to do anything in New York. Every New Yorker knows Trump was in bed with the mob, right? Why do you think Trump Tower is an all concrete tower? Because the mob controlled the concrete. Why do you think Ray Cohen was his attorney? Because the mob controlled Ray Cohen. So, you know, you are supporting one of the most despicable, hate-filled individuals. And even his vice president, called Trump an American Hitler. Those aren't my words. Those are J.D. Vance's words, an American Hitler. Now, you have to understand, you have to say, at what point in history is Donald Trump a Hitler? And I'll tell you, the point in history that Donald Trump is Hitler is December 1932. It's December 1932 all over again. Hitler, just so you know, Hitler was a failed artist, was a joke, kind of like Trump. Trump's a failed businessman. He hasn't had any successful businesses, right? All his businesses have fucking tanked. So he has to grift you guys in order to get money, selling you Chinese-made Bibles with the Constitution in it, putting his face on merch. That's idol. You're creating idols. He's creating idols of himself that you're buying into, laying hands on him, calling himself the chosen one. These are so anti-Christian, it's unfathomable. Maybe that's why God sent 2 hurricanes to destroy you guys, right? Because if you don't believe in climate change, then it has to be God sending hurricanes to ravage MAGA world, right? Right? Because you don't believe in climate change, so it has to be God. Why did God send hurricanes to destroy maggot world? Well, maybe because you're putting his face on flags. You're idolizing. Maybe God's upset at him calling himself the chosen one. Right? Maybe. I mean, if you're a Christian nationalist, then you have to go that way. Right? It's so funny. Look at you, Trump. You're like that's the word. You're kind of like a bunch of hopping, what's the word? Like a, I don't know, like a toy, like you bounce up and down, right? You have to have a come to Jesus moment. You have to realize that who you are following is a hateful individual that seeks to escape from criminal liability. Trump is running for one reason only. Because when he loses, he's going to be going to jail. He's going to be going to jail. And his only way out of it is by what? Is by running for president. Is by duping you guys and supporting him. And causing, a bunch of strife. That's fine, dude. I don't mind alienating half my audience, man. It's probably more than half my audience, crypto, right? It's probably more. I don't mind alienating my audience. I'm not here I'm not here to basically feed maggots food, right? I'm here to awaken the maggots to the reality of who they are and what they're doing and who they're supporting. That's my goal. Whether they choose to awaken, right, and grow into a fucking butterfly, that's a different species, right? If they can, stop spewing their shit and their garbage, right? And see, all you can do is like, am I drunk? Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm drunk on fucking love, man. Love for you guys. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get some work done. God ain't real. Hey, God is AI. But you have to read my book on that. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what here. Let's do a little work here. What time is it anyway? I got to get my fortnight in. Here. Let's put this here. All right. What am I gonna do? I guess I can do this wall here. Guess I do this wall. Now I love you guys. Just don't go crazy when Trump loses, okay? Please, just don't go crazy. Because remember, he doesn't have the female vote. He doesn't have the black vote. He doesn't have the Hispanic vote. ABC, you lost, right? There is no way Trump can win. The bro vote, the crypto vote, is not going to put Trump over the edge. It just won't, all right? And a lot of them aren't even going to vote. They're going to say, yeah, I'm going to vote. They're not going to vote, right? They're too busy. Crypto. They're too busy doing their Solana scams and everything else, right? God, I got 2 left-hand gloves. Gonna find my other glove. That's right. The clown. The shit clown. That's crazy, dude. The whole maggots wearing diapers. What's up with that? Real men wear diapers. Seriously? Real men wear diapers? Oh my God. Remember that? When Trump was shitting himself in court and, next to Feinstein, he crapped his pants next to Feinstein. And I may need this. What else? I think I only need this. That was so funny. Real men wear diapers. You guys fucking crack me up, you maggots. I love that, maggots. I'm glad I came up with that. Wake up, dude. Abandon the maggots. What is it? I mean, seriously, what is it about Harris that you're so concerned about? Dude, where do you think this is? Look at this license plate. Dude, see, people are stupid. This is Japan. Oh, maggots. We're all maggots. Only if you support Trump, you're a maggot. If you're voting for Trump, you are a maggot. Spewing hatred, spewing diversiveness, spewing hatred for women by taking away their care. Infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate in America has gone up 50%. You know that? In states that have those bans, the abortion bans, infant mortality is up 50%. And something like that, some crazy number. And even women's mortality in these states are up significantly too. Right? Armenia. Yeah. All right, look, got gloves on. So I'm gonna put, let's do a little work on my IKEA house here. So this part I can put up here. I don't know if I can feed this in here. And I'd like to put this behind this wood. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know. Alright, let's get a bigger piece. Alright, try to figure out how I'm going to do this. Hey, I appreciate it. Look at that. I had a bunch of Trump supporter. Hateful. Now, I'm just a realistic, right? You got to call people for what they are. If you're supporting a hateful person, if you're supporting someone who wants to basically put 15 million, understand, Trump wants to put 15 million immigrants into concentration camps and export them, right? Or, move them out of the country. There's a great 60 Minutes. There's a 60-minute show that just came out on just 1 million. What it would cost just to do 1 million. And even if they have valid visas, he doesn't care. He wants, if you are not white like me, right? You have the potential of getting deported, right? Even if you have legal immigration status, but think of all the DACA. Think of people who have grown up here. Think of people who who were born here, whose parents will be kicked out of the country. Hardworking Americans, right? 15 million, right? On day one, he wants to enact a massive deportation scam. Why? He's not a great choice for us, dude. He's not a great choice. The guy, what happens when when you can no longer, you have employees to run your business because they've all been kicked out of the country, right? They're all sitting in concentration camps. Trump wants concentration camps. He literally wants concentration camps. And ultimately, that's pretty sad. America with concentration camps. Last time we had concentration camps was when the Japanese were interned, right? Right. So having concentration camp, what are you going to do? See, how are you going to move 15 million people? Where are they going to go? Who's going to take them? See, Trump doesn't answer any of those questions. He just feeds you red meat. We're going to kick them all out. We're going to deport 15 million. But no one thinks about, okay, let's work through this problem. Kicking out 15 million immigrants. Number one, there's only 10 million immigrants in this country. So the other 5 million are people like yourself who aren't white like me, right? You have the potential of being kicked out, right? And if you're in, and do you think if you have, let's say, 1 million or 500,000 people, do you think you have enough attorneys? You'll be lost in the system, right? You'll be picked up off the street. You'll be thrown into one of these concentration camps for deportation. You're like, but I'm an American. I was like, no, you're not. Look, you're brown. You're not white like this guy. You're brown. Nah, you're just saying that because they're all saying that. And maybe you're legit and you shouldn't be in that concentration camp, but they won't care, right? Right? There's 18 million illegal immigrants. No, there's not. I don't think there is. I don't think there's 18 million. And if there is 18 million, 15 million, what are you going to do with the 15 million? Justin, where are you going to put the 15 million? Where are they going to go, Justin? Yeah, I'll have a word, Justin. Where are they going to put the 15 million, Justin? Try to have a conversation, just. None of us are from this country, dude. None of us. I'm an American, but I'm not from America. My ancestors came out of Germany, right? If you're not an American, unless you're an American Indian, you are not from America, period. So your whole immigrant bullshit, we're all immigrants at one point in a timeline. They can't do it. Watch 60 Minutes. They interviewed ICE officials, right? It's impossible for them to do it. They talked to 60 Minutes, just did a show on moving just 1 million. And you want to do 15 times that. It's not possible, right? You're completely insane. Right? Completely insane to think that you can move that many people. And where would they go? Where would they fucking go? Right? Where would they go? Try to put that here. Where would these people go, Justin? No country's going to take them. Right? No country's going to take them. Where is my... All right. Come on, live. So no country's going to take them. You're going to have these massive concentration camps full of Americans and immigrants, because you're not going to, when you're picking up that many people, you're not going to be able to discern which are real, which aren't, right? Anyway. Let's grab a blade. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Dude, it's such a pain in the ass because I have all these beams across here. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. It's kind of like a fucking puzzle. I don't know, man. Maybe do this one up here. Yeah, this works. All right. All right, so this is what drives me crazy is trying to figure this shit out, right? Figure this shit out. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Had all those MAGA people in there, all freaking, all those maggots. The maggots. Dude. So easy. They're so easy, right? They're so easy to manipulate, to infuriate, to, so easy to basically get them all worked up. And you notice all they said was Trump 2024, Trump 2024. And they're so bought into the cult of Trump. It's mind-boggling to me how people can be so duped, fooled into such nonsense, right? Right. So insane, completely insanity for that. I don't know why he did that. I'm like looking at some of the stuff that my friend was doing in the house and going, what was he thinking? Like, that's going to freaking hold that beam. I have a support beam here. I don't know, man. The construction. wonder if I should just do this part here. I guess I put it under this. I don't know. Let's put this in here. I'm gonna put this in here. Oh. Hell. Please go in here. Oh, the big ones. The big ones. Nice. All right. So, how you guys doing? Let's take a take a little break. So I'm using roofing paper to create an insulation barrier, which will probably sweat and create, you know, moisture. But it doesn't really matter because on top of this, I'm putting this external wall, and then I'm going to, I need to go, actually, let's go to the store. Let's go to the store. All right, I need to go get meshing. So I got to get mesh. I'm going to staple mesh over this. Then I'm going to make like a stucco made from concrete, sand, and wood chips. Is from pine chips. And I'm going to basically put that on. Should be really interesting, right? So the whole idea is that it will stick into the mesh, and it will, you know, it will go into these holes here, right? Right, and it'll be kind of like a cool effect. So once I put down this paper here, I put this wall, this old wall. Now what that does, it saves me from having to throw it away, right? I'm putting it just back into the house and using it as insulation on it. What's up, Timber? Tampon, no, tampon. So all you do is name calling. What's up with you maggots? Name calling, right? You maggots are just name calling people, dude. Where do you think I'm calling you maggots? Because you're name calling, right? So if you didn't name call, I wouldn't call you maggots. But MAGA maggots. The MAGA maggots are here again. Look, I'm gonna pee on my compost heap here. This is what I think of. This is what I think of Trump. Right? I'm gonna pull out my dick, pee, my penis. I don't know if I could say dick on YouTube. Da da da. Look up at the sky. All right. Just imagine. You know, urine is really great compost material. Here's my beehives. All right, so let's see here. Should I report you? Yeah, you should report me. Yeah, you witnessed me peeing, didn't you? You saw me. Just imagination. It was just theatrics. Just theatrics. All right, let's get on the road. Oh my God, I had so many people watching. Nice. Thank you there. Are you a maggot? So maggot of you there, Link. Let's do this, Link. Let's do this. Put user in timeout. 24 hours. Link, you are now. Electing Trump is like inviting the barbarian to hold the Roman Empire in for 4 years. Tim, that is very astute of you to use that analogy. The problem is, here's the problem with that analogy is the MAGA morons, right? The maggots don't understand, don't even know, they don't know who Rome is, right? They don't know who Rome. I'm trying to fix this. My phone will get too hot up here, so I gotta put a tampon. I gotta put a tampon on my phone. I gotta put a mask on the back of my phone. So I have a mask on the back of my phone, so the heat beating down on it. Let's move this charge up here. Let's put this up here. All right, up here. And they don't know who the barbarians are. Ba ba ba, on there. Okay, here we go. You know, I need to get that wire. So I want to try the. Actually, I can just roll the window down. All right, no cars. Leaving the little house. Come on. Did my little work. So every day I just do a little bit, right? Work for about an hour a day. It's 9:45. Actually, I had to get home to play Fortnite now, you know, on that. But what astounds me is that the maggots don't understand that they're you know, like the maggots. See, I like the analogy of maggots, because the maggot, to digest the meat, the red meat, right? There's red meat. Consume the red meat. So calling maggots is actually a very apt metaphor. Now it's above them because they don't understand what how maggots digest their meat. But they basically melt the meat and they spew out shit, kind of like, you know, like what they've been spewing out on my channel. I had so many in here. It was a beautiful thing on here. But I can't lie to the maggots, man. You know, the only thing you can do is do some Zen on them. You know how Zen Buddhism works, right? How Zen works? Zen, you have to hit them with a big stick. You know, it's astounding, see, that they think they have a chance of winning, given that they don't have the women vote, they don't have the black vote, and now they don't have the Hispanic vote. So how the fuck are you going to win without those votes, right? You ain't gonna win. But what you can do is put out some, is that the wife? Oops. I should go by and talk to the husband, the father. He's there today. Looks like that's the wife or the son. Can't tell. That's the carpenter I want to get helping with the house. But I want to do one section. I want to do one section of my stuccoing, so when I show it to him, I can show him what I'm doing. So the problem is that they don't see, you know, they don't understand that they are the enemy within, right? They can't concede an election. They can't do, you know, and say, oh yeah, I lost. You know, you gotta, you know, instead you gotta make up, fake, lie, cheat your way. Because when you're a minority party, understand, as a white person, we're becoming minority in America. And that to them is, you know, they just won't accept that fact that they can be, they're a minority. We're a minority. White people in America are going to be a minority. So they're desperately trying to con their way, lie their way into power any way possible. And really their only chance of winning, right? Their only chance of winning, all right, is it being close and then creating some sort of farce. Watch Trump. Here's something that Trump is going to claim, right? Trump, before the election's even over, right? Trump is going to say he won. That should be on a fucking Polymart. That Trump will claim he won before the election is even over. He's going to say, we won. Let's get some food. Let's go to a Japanese food store. Here, let's go to a convenience store. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go lost. I'm gonna go to a different store closer to my house. So, why is Trump? Ask yourself, why is Trump gonna say he won before the election is even over? He's gonna make the claim, I won. Yeah, Carlin said, think about how dumb the average person is, then realize how half of society is dumber than that. Dude, he was such a great person, Timbonius. Nice Roman name. He was such an amazing, he really, you know, Carlin really saw the future. He really understood, you know, what we're becoming. And you just have to leave. Rome, I mean, we have Nero. Nero has already been in office, and Nero is about to be elected again, right? Nero. Wouldn't you fucking get the fuck out of Rome if you knew Nero was coming back? Yeah. Not just Trump, the whole game is that, right? The whole game is planting seeds of doubt, keeping the polls close, right? It's all orchestrated. All the polls data is, I'm telling you, is all orchestrated. Because if you look at the legit polls, Harris has it. You just think common sense, women's vote, black vote, Hispanic vote, right? You know, the bro vote, the Elon Musk vote isn't going to win them the election. Because most of those guys aren't going to vote anyway. They're just, you know, they're too caught up in their Solana scams and their, you know, going around their, you know, they're, you know, living on fucking Twitter, not even leaving Twitter. Exactly. Yeah, if he wins, oh, it was a fair election. But if he loses, oh, it was a stolen election. What the fuck, dude? That is just so fucking insane. It's so insane. And again, going back to Carlin, you got, you know, they don't see that. I mean, if Harris or Obama did just a modicum of what Trump and his cohorts are doing, dude, they would be storming, you know, the Capitol again. So the only solution is what? Tim Boreas, move to Japan. Just say fuck it, dude. Take, you know, go ahead and ruin America. We'll come back, you know, we'll, you know, take a break for 4 years. Come and live in Japan for 4 years. If you have money, you know, let's, you know, come here. Let's set up some real estate. You know, buy some real estate here, fix it up. You know, imagine having kind of an Airbnb network of IKEA houses that we fix up and we turn them into rentals and, you know, community owned. What do you mean, govern up? I gotta keep the country going. Nah, we gotta keep the country going. Dude, if he wins, it's gonna be pretty. I mean, it's just 4 years. You can keep the country going like I do, from abroad. Dude, think about what he's gonna do, Tim Boreas. He's gonna turn 50,000 federal employees into at-will employees, right? Look at this guy, he's upset because I'm going the speed limit. Japan, they get upset. I'm going the fucking speed limit. The guy's upset and he's like rushing into a fucking red light. The guy's a red light right there in front of me. So he's had to stop. So he got about my car just to stop. Well, just think logically what's going to unfold. If he wins by stealing it, the only way he's going to win is by stealing it using the Supreme Court, right? We know that. Just like Bush Jr. did with Al Gore, because Al Gore turned out to win Florida. He won Florida. He really won the election. If Al Gore would have done a Trump on him and refused to leave and stuff, we would have had, you know, Al Gore as a president. And so then what's going to happen? First thing he's going to do, he's going to start rounding up, you know, 15 million immigrants. You know, and this isn't, he's going to bring in the National Guard. He's going to bring in, empower all these agencies. That's what they're saying. That's what Miller's saying. They're going to empower all these other agencies, you know, to support ICE. These mass roundups. These mass roundups are going to be messy, right? It's a fucking crosswalk here, dude. I love how Japanese don't. There's a fucking crosswalk. This little old lady is standing by the crosswalk. And the cars just keep going. So then the federal employees are at will, right? Tim? I'm going to call you Tim because your name's too long. There's Rafi, Armenian Rafi's back. Then, all right, what's going to happen is, unless you bend the knee and you say Trump is all right and everything else the administration is, then you're ultimately going to, you know, you're going to lose your job, okay? And there's no protections because you're at will. So you have no protections. There's no whistleblower. There's none of that shit anymore with the government employees. So then what else is going to happen, right? So now you put all his cronies in the CIA, all his cronies in the NSA, all his cronies in the FBI, right? So now you have basically what you've done is you've created a Putin state where all loyalists are in all the branches of government. He gets rid of the Department of Education, gets rid of all these, this is where Elon Musk comes in. Oh, all these departments that are going after him, they get gutted, they get taken off, right? So they're gone. So where's your country there, Tim? Where's your country? Right? The federal government now is cronyism for Trump. The security services are all cronyism for Trump. Patel has pretty much said it. Patel, who will head up the CIA, right? Bannon will be back in there. Maybe he will have a cabinet position. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Imagine Marjorie Taylor Greene in the cabinet. The only hope we have, Tim, is that these people will eat themselves. Because they fight. Remember the truckers and stuff when they went down to the border? They started fighting with each other. That's what they are. They'll start eating each other. Hold on, what do you say? I'm driving here, Justin. What happened to first 4 years? Okay, what happened? See that? I love that. That the Trump supporter always go, look, it didn't happen the first 4 years. It didn't happen. Well, because there were adults in the room, Justin. You had generals. You had people, the whistleblower, the guy who wrote a book on it. The guy who headed up the young guy, I can't think of his name. Maybe Tim knows his name, right? You had adults in the room stopping that. See, you have to understand, Trump did not think he was going to win the first time around. Hillary had 13 points. You're talking about polls. Hillary had 13 points on Trump in some polls. It was going to be a fucking wipe on Trump with Hillary Clinton. And then Comey came out with the whole, oh, we're going to reinvestigate bullshit. Comey, right? Comey gave Trump the presidency. So, and then there was all these adults in the room, stopping Trump from sending missiles, stopping Trump from shooting protesters, stopping Trump from calling out the National Guard. These are all things Trump has been documented by his, by his administration. Over 90%, Justin, consider this, over 90% of his cabinet are against him being president. Come on, dude. 90% of Trump's own cabinet are saying he is unfit to be fucking president. It's fucking insane, dude. It's fucking insane, Justin, that you think this moron, really, he is a moron, this sociopath, malignant narcissist who cannot say, I fucked up with the Hispanics. My team fucked up. We should have put this guy on the stage. He just can't say it. The guy is fucking broken. He's mentally broken. He's deranged. And the fucking crazy thing is, Justin, you're a smart dude. I can see you're smart. You're not a fucking, and yet you cannot see the bullshit staring you in the face. Talking about me, right? Talking about Trump. Instead, you see me as bullshit staring you in the face. Look at that. Why are they, this is where I'm really confused. Why are they digging water here? What are they doing here? Huh, I want to walk over there. I'm just going to walk over and talk to these guys. First, though, I'm going to go into brand new. I'm going to walk over. They're doing some shit with a rice field I've never seen them do. And I'm curious why they're doing it. So I'm going to walk over and see what these guys are doing. See, I love my life, dude. This is my life. My wife's at work. My kids are at school. I'm just driving around, living the fucking life. All right. Let's, This is a 7-Eleven. Hey, 7-Eleven. This is a Japanese 7-Eleven. And right here, Genki is kind of like a Walmart. And then there's a fucking GMO McDonald's over there. The cool thing is, Here's a cool thing about living in Japan. There's no high fructose corn syrup. No high fructose corn syrup in Japan. There's no high fructose, how do I call it? Fructose, right? All the food here in America, ohayou gozaimasu, ohayou gozaimasu. In America, all this food is high fructose corn syrup, right in here, right? This is all natural sugar. Still not good for you, but no high fructose corn syrup. All this. Even American food, like if I find American food here, they make American food without high fructose corn syrup. Let's see if we can find some American food. Let's catch up. Like imagine bread with no high fructose corn syrup. There's no high fructose corn syrup in there. Oh my God. JFK. Why JFK? His whole family disowned him. One coalition with JFK. Dude, just what? How is he going to lower inflation? How is he going to deal with the immigrants? I mean, he says he has no plan. Just had no health insurance plan, right? Come on. Just look at these here. Look at these little pancake, custard little pancakes here. This is a good deal right here. This is a good deal. Some sugar-free yogurt. No sugar in this. I need it for my fat belly. And then now, see, if I eat this yogurt, look at this here. Look at that crepe cake right there. Try to take this one here. Oh, look at the little. Oh, an eclair? A custard eclair in yogurt. Sounds like a breakfast for champions to me. And look at these sandwiches. I'm just gonna get an egg sandwich. All right. You know, in Japan, you can start working at 15 years old. Come there. You have to look into the guy, dude. The guy is against all vaccines. This is cool. Look at this here. Look, everything, like your whole cash register, right, is the future. So your credit card, debit card. So credit card. Then I gotta take my credit card, right, and I can just touch it. Right. And then there it is. Right here. So completely hands off. Ohio. Eigo Shabadu. Do you speak English? A little? How are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. Very good. Right? Hey, say hi. Right? Very, very cute girls. Nandai? How old are you?
24.
24. She's 24. Are you married?
No.
No. So she's looking for a foreign boyfriend. Maybe one of you guys. Come visit Japan. Say hi to her. Come shop here. Get to know her. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What? 24, single. There's 3 million women in Japan like her. Don't have a boyfriend. Not married. Just waiting for one of you guys. I already got mine. Right? I got my amazing wife. So, sit in my car. Oh yeah, we're gonna walk over and see what these guys are doing. But first we'll have a little bit of a little feast here. All right. Oh, I need a spoon. Did she give me a spoon? She didn't give me a spoon. Let me go get a spoon. See what I said, spoon. All right. Put that cord out of the way. So this is like 100% sugar-free yogurt. Or maybe not. I can't tell. I'd take a picture of it. My plastic spoon. Thank you, Justin. What are you saying? It's impossible. At the end of the day, I want to have a good life, man, and be happy. Dude, move to Japan. I want for everyone around the world, let's say, and be happy. Want that for everyone around the world. Yeah. My point is, I mean, I have a great life here, right? The problem is Trump has made that impossible because of his rhetoric, because of his hate speech, because of his divisiveness. America was never divided like it was until Trump came on the power. Think about it. Politicians always basically said, I won or I lost. And before Trump went into power, went into the office, he said, you know, he won't take defeat. He lived up. He's never accepted defeat, ever. And that's a cognitive problem, Justin, right? When you can't say I'm wrong, when you can't say I've lost, when you can't shake hands and say good game, that's malignant narcissism. Trump has been psychologically diagnosed as having psychological problems, major psychological problems. So was Hitler. So was Stalin. These guys are all cut from the same cloth as Trump. The moment you're like, I want to imprison my political rivals, Justin, that's a problem, right? He wants to imprison his political rivals. I'm saying you have a good night too, brother. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments, man. You should listen to a show called Midas Touch, right? Midas Touch. Oh, let me just put you up here. Can't see, it's too bright down there. Let me put you up here. Golly. You have to be able to get advice from people, right? Yeah. It is impossible to know everything. Right. That's a good point, right? Tim, that's a good point. Always says, I'm the best at. Nobody knows more. Nobody knows more about this than me. I know more about this than me. Right? He's always saying that. Nobody knows more. That's a great ad. They should be playing that. Remember that ad? I am the best. Know the most. I am the best. God damn. You have to accept your failings, man. Yeah. Trump doesn't accept his failings. This is so good. Were you on, Tim, were you on earlier? I had like 230 MAGA guys all on the show. See you. Have a good night, man. All right, tell you what, Justin, go to sleep listening to Alan Watts. Alan, A-L-A-N-W-A-T-T-S. Alan Watts. Just put him on a really low. Just listen to him talk. He's a British guy, right? Listen to Alan Watts. He's non-political, right? Just for yourself. Just listen to it. He was a minister from England. Good for you, brother. That's the only way you learn, man. I could be completely wrong. Trump could win, you know, fair and square. And maybe he won't be the horrific dictator that Tim and I think he's going to be, and everyone, a lot of other people. You know. But anyway, good night, man. I know. Why can't my general? No, it wasn't him. Why can't my generals? Yeah, I guess that is him because he is one of his generals, right? He was saying that. I never realized that, Tim. He was saying that. Why can't my generals, referring to you, right? Because he's a general. Be more like Hitler's. The thing is, what Hitler doesn't realize is the generals try to fucking assassinate him multiple times, right? Because he's dumb. He's not a student of history. You know, he just hears. He lives in that bellwether. I don't know if that's the right term. The bellwether. He lives in a bell. You know, in a echo chamber. So now that I've got the yogurt in my belly, let's feed it some sugar. Let's feed it. Yeah, he said it to both. He said it to both. I think he said it also to his chief of staff. What's his name? He just came out. I love eclairs. And I think he said it to. Who was his chief of staff? Well, it just came out. His chief of staff was a general. Who's the bald-headed guy? Was it Milley that was his chief of staff just now? Was it Mark Milley? Kelly. Thank you, Justin. Kelly just came out in a recording interview a few days ago with the New York Times, saying that Hitler asked him, "Why can't my generals be more like Hitler's?" That was it. There's a recording on that. John Kelly. Yeah. And what makes it significant is it's on recording, right? All right. I'm going to go down and ask these guys what they're doing. All right, go for a little walk. I'm really surprised this store is still open. I've never been in this store. So this is the closest thing we have as a Walmart. These are like mini Walmarts. Genki, they're all over the place. I do most of my shopping there. You can get really cheap food. Food and drug. And they used to have a huge store there. And they actually took the name from Walmart, whatever, low price every day or everyday low price. And they switched it around. I don't know if they got into trouble. This here is a Korean, this is a Korean barbecue place right here. Right. So this is what I'm interested in. Look at what these guys are doing. So this is a rice field. Look, it's got a lot of water in there. They look like they're doing dude, I want that. I want them to fucking, I want a well at my house. Look, he brought this. Obviously, it's all that whole well kit. These portable well kits. Wonder if I can get them to do a well at my house. See, they're pushing down pipe. See, it's a. Look at that. See, he's got the pipes here, right? Omoshiroi. Look at that little movable. It's got a little tractor, right? And the whole unit sits on this little tractor. And look at all the slurry coming out. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe I can talk to this guy. Isn't that a cool little rig, though? Flip it around this way. It's got a little tractor that's on it. And look, it's pumping out water. You see the water coming out of the ground? So they've hit the unless that water's coming out of that. Now. So he moved it over. He moved it over a little bit. Moved it over. Look at that big old pipe. And they got PVP pipe. So that's the drill bit right there. All right, I'm going to end this. All right, thanks Tim. I'm going to end this so I can have a conversation with ChatGPT on what they're doing, and then I'll report on it later. You guys take care. Good chat. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follows. Y'all take care now.